What's going on, guys? Welcome to the first video on this channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the new 2.5.0 patch notes for Fortnite, and there'll be a little bit of gameplay in a second. But first, we're going to go over these patch notes together. As you know, it's a day. Today is the day after Valentine's Day, but I don't know, depending on when you're watching this, might be more than that. Uh, They're throwing little slide disses. We love you, whether you had a duo partner or dropped at Lonely Lodge this year. Alright, so the biggest thing in this new update is the impulse grenade. We are just going to watch a short little clip on that. So from those clips, you can clearly see that this is going to be a huge new part. I haven't used it yet, but I'm about to hop in a game with some of my friends. We're going to hunt till I get it so I can put that in this video. My only question going into the games is, does it do friendly damage? Like, because then it'll be like a big griefing thing if you're playing with randoms. Let's say you're on the edge of a hill sniping someone and someone just impulse you and you fly off and die. I'm hoping that's not the case, but if it isn't, it'd be pretty OP. So I don't know. We'll find out in a second. Another thing they added in this update is the search for treasure in new. There's all these new things for the Chinese New Year, the Year of the Dog. Looks like they're talking. You got some new heroes for Save the World. Looks like you got all sorts of dragon weapons for Save the World. And then here are the new things. Nothing really big. The bug fixes aren't that big, like Discord invites and Mac. But if you're playing on a Mac, I don't even think you should be really playing Fortnite. Just saying. Just saying. I don't know. Maybe your Mac runs really well. Mine doesn't. Alright. Now we got 4K resolution on the Xbox One X. That's a big thing. And then you got dynamic resolution, which gives more consistent frame rate during heavy combat, which is good because usually I get giant lag spikes in the middle of combat. PS4, we got just another small bug fix. Looks like there was no bug fixes for Xbox One though, or PC. Well, okay, those two for PC. So we got the impulse grenade. It's the blue rarity, so it's like the boogie bomb. It's only found in treasure chests and supply drops. I'm only reading this for you guys if you're not like reading it yourselves, so you know. The scoped AR is now perfectly accurate while scoped, which what is a big thing. I am really excited for that one because now there's no fall on the bullets. It's just gonna ding every time. The headshot damage got decreased though, so you're not like piping kids across the map. Revolver now uses medium ammo, so the AR ammo. Crossbow drop chance decreased by 20%. That is big because that's all I've been finding. Minigun decreased, which is good because I don't want that either. Chug jug drop decreased, which is bad, but I guess it's good overall because then the other people in the game won't be getting them. The white, green, and blue SMG are now out of the game for, I don't know, they're going into the vault, and they'll be back eventually. They're rotating in and out with guns, so I'm assuming like the crossbow will be out eventually since Valentine's Day is almost over. Tactical submachine gun got a magazine increased from 30 to 35 and the fire rate 10 to 13. There is all sorts of bug fixes on the gun. You got sniper rifle bug fix when it's not registering hits while aiming down with high network latency. They fixed an issue with projectiles falling to hit nearby players when hitting another target. They fixed an issue allowing players to fire around walls with the crossbow minigun, and that was a problem. I died by that multiple times. They removed per bullet rounding on shotgun damage calculation. The damage was rounded down to the nearest whole number for each individual pellet, and instead all projectiles will be added together before rounding. And they fixed an issue where it caused the minigun's barrel to continue to glow after use. Don't see the problem there. I don't know. Now let's go down to gameplay. We got all sorts of bug fixes. Not going to read all of them, but I'll read a few here. They fixed an issue which prevented players from using the first weapon picked up on consoles. That's huge. Because, as you know, I'm an Xbox One player. You might not know since this first video, but if you're on the other channel, you'll know. By the way, that channel's in the description. If you're new here and there, go subscribe to that. Drop a like on this. They fixed an issue where, under certain network conditions, player could be damaged by bullets passing through structures. That's huge. They fixed an issue which allowed shots to pass through doors right after they were closed. Another bit. All of these gameplay ones are just giant. They fixed an issue which allowed players to pick up an extra weapon consumable while holding a trap. That's weird glitch. They fixed a crash that would occur when firing weapons before boarding the battle bus. That happened a few times to me. And they fixed supply drops hovering midair if the object beneath them was destroyed, which is cool. Because now they won't just be up there, they'll fall to the ground. We got world bug fixes, loading, so like things will load. They fixed an ammo crate that didn't spawn ammo, and they fixed treasure chests that actually open with stuff. Performance, overall, they improved the frame rate. The dust cloud and shield effects on low settings for better performance. These are more PC settings. The UI, they enabled net stats option for PS4, which is giant for PS4. This option can be found under the HUD tab under game settings, so you know. And they added the ability to let players scale the HUD, which means when this does not affect the HUD when spectating after death. They fixed an issue where PS4 players were not getting credit for playing with friends, which can be a glitch if you're trying to do challenges and stuff. Now we're on to the audio. We got improved footstep audio by adding separate above and below sounds for wood, stone, and metal materials. That'll be different. They added new sounds for when placing structures. They added a sound when the crossbow is ready to fire again. Lower teammate footstep volume. That's a great thing. They lowered the volume of the sniper impact. That's okay, I guess. And they lowered the emote music while in the pregame phase, which is cool because that was always really loud. They fixed an issue which prevented other players from hearing the minigun spin-up sound. That was a big glitch. You would always start getting sprayed at and wouldn't be able to tell, like, is it AR? And then all of a sudden you'd be like, oh, it's a minigun. They also fixed some audio panning issues when equipping the minigun. They improved the overall animation and art when moving through the deep water. They fixed Royal Knight's head clipping through the back of her helmet. Weapon crosshairs will disappear sometimes after using a scoped weapon. Weapons will sometimes appear to be loaded but cannot be fired. That's going to be dumb. And also, in rare case, an item dropped by an eliminated player cannot be picked up by other players, which is a glitch. But they're known issues, which means they're working on them and trying to fix them with everything they can do. I'm not going over all the save the world stuff. That's all your guys is. If you want, just look up the patch notes. But we're going to hop into the gameplay. Here, my friends and I got the impulse grenades. I'm just kind of voicing over since I've yet to get a mic. I know I'm slacking. But we found the impulse grenades, so we're kind of right here. We're debating on how we're going to do this to figure out this is the test if it does friendly fire damage. So my friend AGU or Agu, he has one and I have the other two. You get them in a group of 3 like you would with normal grenades. He threw it. He thought it bounced off, but in the video you can clearly see it just went straight off the stairs. So we thought they bounced at first until later. After playing for a couple hours, we found out, hey, they don't bounce, and the video, it doesn't show them bouncing either. So it obviously doesn't bounce. So we're making a little box, and we're gonna try to put all of ourselves in it and launch ourselves out of the box. I don't know. I wasn't really fond of the idea, but I don't know. Might as well. So here's the moment of truth. If it does friendly fire damage, some of us get launched out, and as you see, it's Brandon got hit and he took damage. Here I show an example of griefing, how you can just throw it at someone, launch them away, take their wood, take their material, take their items. And then here I show a use of it that in combat threw both of us back and I got away from him and survive.